Hi everyone, I'm here in the Eurowalk Hall ready for our CPD event on the spinal wave. And it's for anyone who's a relatively new graduate of the Dru Yoga teacher training course, anyone who wants to top up their understanding of the spinal wave, senior students and, well, anybody. Because the spinal wave is just about the single greatest powerhouse of the subtle energetics of Dru's ability to transform not just your physical health, but also your subtle energies body and your emotional and mental health. It's fantastic. What is it? The spinal wave is simply a ripple of segmental mobility from the base of the spine up through every vertebrae to its top, or vice versa. And not only is it one of the great things that makes Dru so fantastic for the health of your back, it's also a core to good breathing and all the transformations that can take place in your subtle energy system. So I want to give you an example of this. So perhaps you could, as you're listening, pause for a moment, give yourself a bit of a shruggle, and then either you're standing or you're sitting. Probably this is better standing actually, or maybe kneeling. Take your awareness to your tailbone. And as you breathe in, see if you can flatten or curve it forward underneath slightly. So you breathe in and it curls forward underneath. The sacrum, the top of your sacrum becomes more neutral, flattening so that the front of the sacrum flattens upwards slightly. Most of us have it tipped down slightly, so it's flattening upwards slightly. As you breathe in, just notice that happening. Softening as you breathe out. So there's a ripple in the sacrum, which is actually a bit like a dolphin's tail as it swims through the water. Now, doing that, you'll notice that your lumbar spine tends to flatten backwards. So if you've already got a sway back and it's far too flat, then don't do this very much. Make it homeopathic. But for the rest of us, where lumbar has got a nice forward lordosis, a forward curve, you'll notice as you breathe in, that tends to flatten backwards. So far, so good. So we've got the pelvis moving subtly forwards, the lumbar spine flattening backwards, and you can actually roll each vertebrae successively backwards slightly on each in-breath, a little bit more on each in-breath. We'll be teaching you this in fine detail on the weekend. The thoracic spine, as you get to the thoracic spine, each vertebrae lifts straight up above itself, or above the previous one. And then finally we come to the neck, and a ripple of lengthening and even flattening backwards of the lordosis of the neck. Normally it's a forward bend, so roll each vertebrae slightly backwards. And that has the effect of lengthening the back of the neck and then softening on each in-breath. Makes your eyes water just to think about it, doesn't it? When you get it right and learn to do this in every breath, in every posture, oh my God, you have got such a powerful presence. Keep practicing. Softening in any way that's comfortable for you for this purpose. Lengthening upwards, softening. Okay, now you can create a ripple of awareness up the spine having done this. As the physical movement ripples upwards, so your awareness can trace that up along the spine, up into the middle of your head. And then what about if you paint an upward motion of life force or light? Or if you're an audio person, a glorious sound, a symphony traveling up the spine. Or if you're a kinesthetic person, just a lovely warmth or a lovely feeling of support coming up the spine, and maybe of strength. You've seen trees ripple in the wind. It's a stormy day outside. They bend smoothly, don't they? That's the purpose of your spine. It's meant to bend smoothly without firm hinges in any part of it. Okay, so keep practicing that through the day. You can add this to literally any breath, any time, and we'll be showing you how to add it to every posture within every sequence and in any way that you move. The spinal wave is the driver of the power of Dru. We look forward to seeing you in our CPD of the spinal wave. See you soon.